Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. I thank you for tuning in. Today is a very special video. We're going to be talking about the Beatles in mono. So let's have a look here at the new, wrong box set. It's actually the Beatles US albums. So we're going to take a look at, wrong one. Let's take a look at the new Beatles US albums in mono. This was just released this past week, and as you can see here, this is the Beatles. The Beatles are coming. We got the first 7 albums from the Beatles in 1964. These are the the American Capitol releases. You can read from the hype sticker there. I was kind of on the fence with this purchase here. I wasn't sure if I was going to get it. It looked really cool to me, but I was in my local record store on Record Store Day, and they happened to have one copy on the shelf, and I decided to pick it up. So let's open this up together, and we'll see what we got inside. As you can see on the back here, these are made in France. I'm not too familiar with that pressing plant. I don't know if they're a high quality pressing plant or not. I know the albums from the Czech Republic are supposed to be pretty, from Germany are supposed to be pretty good. The Czech Republic ones are not as good, but I haven't heard anything about the France pressing plant, so that shall be determined soon enough. So this here just slides out in this nice heavy duty cardboard box, and here we have the albums. So let's go through these in order, will we? Take a look. First off, we have the Capitol version of Meet the Beatles. And these are nice glossy outer sleeves. The print quality is very nice. This picture is very, very good on the back. And inside we have the record itself, which does come with a replica of the original inner sleeve here. We got the various Capitol releases that you could pick up at the time. We got some Frank Sinatra and the Letterman and all those groovy cats on there. And be sure your record needle is appropriate for the release as well. And then the album itself is in its own protective polyline sleeve. And here's the first Meet the Beatles. You can see they're very faithful to the original Capitol labels with the rainbow swirl and even the font. Just a little bit of extra copyright lettering around the outside edge there. And then they all come with their own little four panel inserts. We got a picture of the tape box here that was used for Meet the Beatles from Capitol. There's the back, mastering notes. And then inside we got a little information on each album from Bruce Spicer. He's compiled some notes here, which he's done a very good job on with all his Capitol books that he's released. If you haven't checked those out, be sure to check those out. All right, we have the Beatles Second Album from 1964, which was aptly titled The Beatles Second Album. And here, I'm looking at these for the first time as well, so very good quality pictures on these, as well as the back. They look very, very crisp and clean. And inside, again, we got the same inner sleeve here replicated. the album itself. Here's side 1. As well as side 2. And then a copy here of the tape box for the second album. More mastering notes on the back. All right. Let's see here. Try to keep everything in order here. All right, next up is an album that's technically not a Capitol record. It's a United Artists release, but over the past years, Capitol has acquired the United Artists label, and so they've decided to include the original motion picture soundtrack for A Hard Day's Night, which I really like this Hard Day's Night cover. There's the back. And this is an actual soundtrack to the album, so we got instrumentals on here from the George Martin, I believe it was the George Martin Orchestra that did those. And the United Artists inner sleeve, not quite as interesting as the Capitol inner sleeves, but it's very nice that they included that replica there. And then the United Artists label here. And here's the tape box that was used for that as well. All right. Next up, we have the Beatles, Something New. And this includes some of the album tracks from the UK Hard Day's Night that was not included in the American soundtrack version. And here's another replica inner sleeve. Looks like the same pictures, just slightly different shade of blue that they used on this one. There's the label for that one. And here's the tape box. All right. Now, all these albums can be bought individually. You don't have to buy this complete box set, but there is this next album I'm going to show you is exclusive to this box set. So if you want to get this record, you have to buy the box set to get it. And it's an interesting release. It's called The Beatles Story, a narrative and musical biography of Beatlemania on 2 long-playing records. So if you've never heard this album before, it's mostly radio interviews, audio snippets of the guys talking. I think each one is interviewed individually. You can see the track listing there. There's no real full songs on this. There's a couple snippets of things. I believe there's one thing unique to this is a snippet of a performance from the Hollywood Bowl. I think it's Twist and Shout is on here a little bit, so that's kind of the one exclusive thing to this release. So whether that's worth you buying the entire box set just for that, I'm not sure, but or if you're a Beatle completist like me, you've got to have pretty much everything, then then you end up getting it anyway. But for me, this is one of those albums you very rarely listen to. In fact, I think I've only listened to this album. I have an original copy of it, but I think I've only listened to it maybe once. But I'll have to listen to this one anyway. So there's the first record, and again, the second record is going to look pretty much just the same. We've got the same, another replica sleeve inside there, so nothing extra in that one. So how many we got left? 2 left. Can you guess which one's next? It's Beatles 65, which was actually released in 1964. Oh, and for this release, Capitol decided to go with kind of a pink, orangish pink colored sleeve. Got some different albums we can buy this time. Here you can see we got the previous albums that I've showed you there. We got some Beach Boys, got the Letterman again, Peter and Gordon. Lots of good acts there. And here's that tape box photo for this album. And then Bruce Spizer's liner notes. I just want to check something real quick here. Yep, I've been reading online one little misprint we actually have here. These 2 paragraphs here on this sheet are actually repeated right here at the very end. They've put these 2 paragraphs at the end as well. A little bit of a quality control issue there that kind of got overlooked, it seems like. And here we'll look at the label for this one. And label 2. Okay, just one more to go. Now, as we saw on the box, this is the 1964 US albums in mono. But here they've decided to include the Early Beatles, which was actually released in 1965. But this was pretty much Capitol's attempt to replace the VJ Introducing the Beatles album, so it contains a lot the music from 1964, so I'm assuming that's why they decided to include it here. And the back. And we got kind of a tannish green colored sleeve this time. Oh, we got some Wayne Newton and Nat King Cole on this one, Sammy Davis Jr. All right. Final labels there. So there you have it. That is the Beatles 1964 US albums in mono. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and it's helped you decide whether you want to get this box for yourself or not. Anyway, I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.